Hello and welcome. Kathleen Turner became a worldwide movie sensation with her very first feature film, the steamy suspense thriller Body Heat, opposite William Hurt, Mickey Rourke and Ted Danson. Kathleen's role as the sultry, manipulative Matty Walker was widely described at the time as one of the sexiest roles in movie history. The 1981 film was written and directed by Lawrence Kasdan, who went on to co-write The Empire Strikes Back, The Big Chill and Raiders of the Lost Ark. Now, Kathleen came to Australia to promote Body Heat shortly after its release in the US, and among other things, I asked her whether she had held any fears or nerves doing nude scenes in her very first film, and whether claims by commentators that the scenes were sexually explicit were fair.
No, I don't. I don't think that's the most important factor of the film. I think that it's used for motivational purposes more than anything else toward the action that follows. And the importance of the relationship is obviously an obsessive, to build and make a believable obsessive quality to it, that will therefore explain what they actually do about it. I think that perhaps it's a little unusual because well, in the States we don't have too many films that of this class that are explicit to this extent, but I feel very strongly that it's a very mature adult relationship we're portraying, and not some kind of sensational sex.
People have used words like raunchy and erotic to describe the scenes earlier in the film, where in fact you, after you've met, there is a physical relationship. Are those words accurate in any way in the beginning of the film?
Oh yeah. Well, I think that there is certainly a very powerful eroticism at work here, which is the woman's use of the man. I mean, it's essentially how she gets her hooks in him. At the same time, I don't think it's unnecessary. I think it's very inherent.
You look like Pine Haven.
How does Pine Haven look?
Well tended.
I'm well tended, all right. Well tended. What about you?
Me? I need tending. I need someone to take care of me, someone to rub my tired muscles, smooth out my sheets.
Get married.
I just need it for tonight.
Oh. Oh, nice move, Matty.
Matty? I like it. It's right over your heart.
At least it's cool. I was burning up.
I asked you not to talk about the heat.
Would you get me a paper towel or something? Dip it in some cold water.
Right away. I'll even wipe it off for you.
You don't want to lick it?
When the script first came to you, did you have any reactions against the kind of scenes that were early on in the script?
I was very afraid of them in some ways. I mean, I understood why he had written it this way, why Lawrence Kasdan had them. But then when he asked me to test, in California, when you agree to a test, that is a contractual commitment. So before I agreed to test, we sat down with the script, and he went over exactly how he intended to shoot them and what he intended to see. Most of my fears came out of the fact that I had never done a film before, and I didn't know how they would be done. Not so much a fear of the material itself as the effect of the film on the material. And he was able to allay all my fears.
Now, there are scenes in it early on where you do have to take clothes off. There are bedroom scenes and so on. Now, obviously you agreed to do the film, so you were quite happy with it. But when you actually go onto a set to do scenes like that, it doesn't matter how many people are on there, working with the actor, what kind of a relationship and how do you lead up to that sort of situation?
Well, there's so many, well, some of it is just actors' tricks. I mean, it's just a sort of closing down one part of your mind and opening up another. When you actually, to protect ourselves, Bill and I had rehearsed a great deal, these scenes, so that by the time it came to that pressured moment of doing it, we felt secure in the work already. But then you still have to get over this hump. You know, you have to take the leap and do it. We actually kept this sort of contest going on who could remember the most Shakespeare, and we would start quoting sonnets And I had just been working on Titania because I knew I was going to do that after the film. And I would sit there and go, these are the forgeries of jealousy, and never since the middle summer spring, da-da-da-da-da-da. And that was just one of the things we did to ease ourselves.
Sadly, Kathleen has had a number of health problems in recent years. She turned 70 this year, and of course, her co-star in Body Heat, Bill Hurt, died in 2022.